Good morning, Stock Tribe.
Brother, brother, don't you know it don't matter where you go, bad news has a way to seek you out. You can change the pace, you can run and hide, but that don't change the folks outside. The world just has a bite, it's pretty stout. Righteousness won't fill your cup, your dues you don't just won't add up. Sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. Show 'em just what you're made of, and all your dreams will stand right up. It's all right there, just ready for the taking.
Good morning, welcome to Stivers Homestead. I'm Zach.
And I'm Jen.
And today we have a lot to show you.
I do.
So we have been working hard in the garden, and we hadn't been taking y'all along on all of it. We kind of slowed down on the garden walks. So this is kind of the first official fall garden tour, I guess. Yeah. So you've got to see some of the stuff planted, but we wanted to check in because you haven't seen it in a while. But before we do that, we took a trip yesterday.
We did. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. We it's our annual trip to the apple orchard / pumpkin patch, but we go to this one specifically because it is an apple orchard. And she wants to make some more apple butter this year, and we just love going there. So the place is called Evans Orchard. It's in Georgetown, Kentucky. I bet you it's the best one you ever see of a kind of a U-pick place. Has an awesome kids area, and the kids just have a blast there. It's kind of I know it's our dream to someday have that where like a U-pick place. It would be so cool to have that. But we're going to show you some clips. They're short, they're sweet, and it's really cool. And if Wyatt and Raylan are watching this like 20 years down the road, enjoy. Yep. This is what we do when y'all were little and it comes fall time around here. So let's get that real quick. What y'all think? It's a pretty cool place, isn't it?
It was good. It was a good day. We had a lot of fun.
We did. The weather was nice. It got a little warm there near the end. This weather in Kentucky is straight up fall right now. It is. It has no idea what it wants to do. It's got a little bipolar going on in it. Today it's going to be 70 degrees. Yep. But right now it's like 45, and I did not dress appropriately. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, and she's actually the one bundled up this time, which is not usually the case. But let's get right into this garden. Okay, let's start with our tilled garden. So in here we have purple cabbage, regular cabbage, and a lot of cauliflower, and they are starting to get very big. So there's some of the purple, there's some of the green, and then over here is where we got all of our cauliflower. So it's a graffiti cauliflower and a flamethrower cauliflower. It's an orange and a yellow, orange and a purple. But they're all doing really good. But I think the funny part about this is all the volunteers that are showing up in the garden. So when you plant with compost, you start getting volunteers of things that are composting, like tomatoes, So we got tomatoes popping up all over the place in this garden. Look over here. It's so funny. And we got onions everywhere, wild onions. But all that stuff's going to end up dying off soon because it's just not frost hardy. So we're not worried about weeds or anything like that. Really only the thing that's going to grow is our cabbage and our cauliflower, but they are doing good. I love being able to see them now. You know, when you have it in a big garden, little baby seedlings are sometimes kind of hard to see. So it's nice when you're in your house and you're looking at your window and you can actually see them now. So that gives you the mindset that things actually are growing and growing good. So Till Garden is doing great. And we also are going to get some row covers on there. So we're hoop housing, row covering a little bit of everything around here so we can try to extend our growing season as long as possible. So that'll be coming up in the next couple weeks as well as the temperature drops. But where to next, babe?
Peppers.
Peppers. Who would think it is, what, 4 days before Halloween? And we would have peppers looking like they do right now.
Still have peppers, but they're getting ready to come up because it's gonna frost real bad Saturday night, and I'm just kind of done with them.
Just kind of done with them, but I mean, they're still doing really good. Very good, successful pepper year. We're very happy with it, and the pepper plants are still doing great. Now for the biggest changes. Where in the world did the trellises go, babe?
They're gone.
They are gone.
Gone.
So we removed the trellises for the main reason that we're hoop housing everything, and the trellises would get in the way. So once we harvested all of our loofahs, we took them out. They're sitting over there on the fence now, and we'll put them back up in the spring. But for now, they are gone. So you're gonna unveil the new hoop house?
Yeah, by the way, this one's on a frame, and it works, much better.
All right, hoop house 2.0, right there on a frame. Thanks to Jen. She didn't even hear me. Okay, so this hoop house, if you watch my original video, which we'll link it down below if you're curious, it is over there, which we'll show you. But the difference with this one is we put it on a frame, which meant the hoops themselves didn't push out the PVC pipe. So all I did was everything in that video, but I nailed the pipe all down to the frame so that keeps them tighter. I also did one little difference. I moved them to the hoops to 4 foot apart instead of 3 foot apart. It just felt like overkill, and this does seem to work, so that saves you a little money in materials because you don't need as many hoops.
It's much more sturdier too.
Much more sturdy, absolutely.
You can just look at it and see that it's tighter and neater and just better.
Right, and it does the job well.
The other one's fine too though. It works.
It does work. It doesn't always have to be pretty to be functional, but we like a little prettiness. So what's planted in here? We got bok choy, so we got 1, 2, 3, we got nine of each. So we got 9 bok choys, then we got 9 Swiss chards in the middle, and then we got 9 kales at the end, and that's Russian red and
rugged red.
Rugged red?
I don't know.
Rugged red and Russian kale, right? No. Red Russian, yeah. Red Russian kale.
Okay. Rugged Jack.
Rugged Jack. It's red scarlet and red Russian.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness. But then we got some Swiss chard and then some bok choy. So all that's growing in this bed is doing really good. It's enjoying life underneath the hoop house. We planted this, I think, last week. So it's still a little on the smaller side. Is it a little early for you, babe?
A little bit, yeah.
Russian Jack.
Rugged Jack.
Rugged Jack. My goodness. So in this bed, you saw it get planted. This is our garlic, and it's, you know, just dormant, doing its thing. We'll see it in spring, but it's it looks good. I love that mulch that we got. It makes it look so rich. It does look pretty. So she's just sleeping. And if you didn't catch that video, this is the elephant garlic from Hostels. Oh, that reminds me. I want to talk about something real fast. So if you watch that, a lot of people commented saying that elephant garlic isn't actual garlic. It's part of the leek family, which is true. However, this is one of the comments that I sent out there. If it looks like garlic, it tastes like garlic, and it grows like garlic, it's garlic. It can be in a different family, and it can be in the leek family. Now, the difference with elephant garlic, it does have a little bit milder taste, but it still tastes like garlic. We like that it's not so potent. But I just wanted to clarify that yes, that is correct. It's not in the family, but everything about elephant garlic is just like any other normal small bulk garlic. So if you're like, should I buy that? Should I get that garlic? Is it actually garlic? Will it grow the same? All that is still the same true as if you were planting normal garlic. So elephant garlic is in our bed. That's from Haas Tools. If you didn't catch that video, you can see it linked down below in the description as well. But there she is.
These are all of our carrots. We have carrots from Baker's Creek, we have carrots from Hall's Tools, and we have carrots from Emma Gardner. And as you can see, they're all doing great. So we planted these, what, when?
3 weeks ago?
Yeah, something like that.
3 weeks to a month ago, and we direct sowed them.
Yeah.
And they're doing good, and we've thinned them out since then, and everything is doing great. You can see in the middle we got a little more bunching, but the ones on the end seem to be better in rows.
Thinned a little, but they're doing good.
Yep. So they're doing great, doing their thing. We need to we're gonna get another hoop house and put it on here. Comfrey is still doing good. We've been cutting and dropping that, and just basically letting it be fertilizer. But Janet's probably gonna make some more comfrey salve before we lose it for the winter. Tea garden is getting less and less up in here. She's been harvesting some stuff out, but the lemon balm's still kicking, and we've got just volunteer stuff everywhere. I mean, all that seed drops from what we had in here is just, they're everywhere. So it's getting low. What we're gonna do is we'll end up taking the rest of it out eventually, and we'll have this bed just bare, and then we'll replant them. We'll replant next year. It's so funny. We also do have chocolate mint, and I've honestly forgot what this is. That's oregano. That's right. So this is oregano. This is the chocolate mint that's still here, and then our citronella plant's still doing really good. So there's the tea garden, getting less and less, but still pretty. All right, moving right along to a bed that we just planted. What? Last weekend?
Yep.
I think so. So then this bed we have shallots and beets. So we got all kinds of little shallots. Hall's Tools also sent those with the garlic. We got them planted all over the place. You can do those really tight, close spacing because you don't get big bulbs, and you can just really pump a big amount in a small area with shallots. So the shallots are planted, and then we got a bunch of beets over here on the back side. This is the same bed we planted the beets in earlier in the spring, and they did great. And look at that soil, y'all. It is black magic right there. It's looking good, especially in this morning sunrise. So this bed is doing really good. It's just getting started, and it's so funny talking about that. To say things are just getting started in late October, early November, when you can see your breath. You know, that's the fun part. I think that's like, I'm most excited about fall gardening, just because usually you're not supposed to, right? You're not able to get things at this time of year. But you still can, and that's why we're always keep pushing everyone to make sure you're planting your fall garden. You still have time. Even in your northern areas, you can still grow some salad mixes and stuff like that. So don't stop gardening just yet. We still got plenty of time this year.
Look at these cuties. Look who's growing up. They're getting so big. Look at them. They're barely babies anymore. They're almost as big as mama. So all four of them are doing great. They're drinking their water now, and they're eating food and hay, and they're just being good little babies. Mama's still a good mama to them. And she's cleaning them.
Hoop house number 2. So in here, we've planted this one a while ago, and we created this a while ago. So this has got all of our salad stuff in it, so we'll check it out. And in here, we got all kinds of lettuce. So we got cow shoot, then we've got starfighter, and so we kind of alternated those, and that's almost more for a pretty thing. So we're gonna have purple, green, purple, green, purple, green. And then down here, this is our romaine lettuce. Man, look, that is getting big, quick. And then we got one bok choy in here, and then this is a arugula down here. So it's a lot of plants in here. I think I said we ended up planting about 40-something plants in here. So we've had a lot of questions about succession planting. And so yes, we planted all these at the exact same time, but you can still harvest to where you're succession planting, if that makes sense. So when you're getting ready to harvest, because this is just clip and take kind of lettuce, just clip what you need, and then once you've done that a few times, so just clip a couple rows and then keep moving down each day, then you're gonna have the salad every time you need it, and everything will stay good. And then after you've done it the first couple times, you now have succession planting, because that first half is gonna grow faster than the next one, because they're alternating days and when you're actually harvesting them. So keep that in mind. You can plant them all at the same time. You don't have to plant them in 1 to 2 week intervals. You can plant them all at the same time and just harvest in that different day. Don't harvest everything at once. So keep that in mind if you're growing any kind of salad mixes, but they are doing great and big, and I am excited for some fresh salad. And this hoop house was the first one we built. It's the one that doesn't look near as pretty, but it's doing just a fine job. And I'm very happy with it still. It's just not as good looking. All right, pallet trellises. So we got peas, Lincoln peas over here from Hoss Tools, and we got rattlesnake pole beans on these from Hoss Tools as well. The peas are doing great. And let's see if we got any on here. Nope, there's one. So there's one, and they're getting tall. They really like the chicken wire to climb up. And over here is the rest. These 3 did good. These 2 are bunched up, and I'm not sure what's going on exactly there, but they're not wanting to attach and take off. But everything here is. We got peas all over the place. And they are just doing great and looking good, and just gonna keep on growing up this pallet trellis. And so for these, we actually have them in, I call them garden flower boxes. We just put 12-inch board around and create a little box and fill it up with soil. And then for the rattlesnake pole beans, they're all in pots. So what we've noticed is the plastic pots aren't doing near as good as the grow bags. And so the grow bags, everything's doing great. It's climbing up and over on all of these, and we got some beautiful rattlesnake pole beans. Look at those. Aren't they pretty? But they're doing great in the grow bag. So if I know we get a lot of questions about grow bags. If you're interested, they seem to be working very well for us. And we're planting beans going straight up a pallet trellis. Look at the steam rolling off that tarp. Such a pretty morning here. And finally, in the greenhouse, we still have some starts in here. A little more kale, some more cauliflower, bok choy, dill. These are the kohlrabis. I'm going to probably try to get them in the tilled garden. Nasturtiums, some more lettuce, and we got some onions that we need to get out and get them moving too. It's just, you know, we're getting as much as we can in the time that we can. So, but we do still have those in here, and we're also going to utilize the greenhouse to try to grow all year as well, or at least as long as possible. So more videos to come with more gardening in that area. So that is it. That's the garden. It looks totally different than the last time we did any kind of garden walk. So I hope you enjoyed that. I mean, we're pumped about the fall garden.
I mean, it's still got as much growing.
Yeah.
Even though it looks different. So it's pretty exciting.
That's right. It just shows you as the season changes, your garden changes, and it's okay to plant things and move things around, and then next year do it all over again, because that's what we're doing. So if you are in a small space, you know, we're in a pretty small area that we're actually doing our gardening, but we pump a lot out of it, and you can too, no matter where you are. Even if you're in an apartment and you're doing it on a balcony, do that container gardening. We show some things that you can do easily to still get a good harvest of stuff. So don't give up.
That's right.
Summer might be over. Fall's not.
Your garden have to be.
That's exactly right. So you all can do this. Get out there and do some planting. If you have any questions, we're always happy to try to answer them. Follow on the Stivers tribe. There's a lot of good information in there, a lot of knowledge. So you can do this.
Yeah, and you don't have to build a hoop house. Just get some plastic and drape it over it, and put some rocks on it and call it a day.
Exactly, because a lot of people are like, well, I don't have a raised garden bed, so how can I do this? And I actually thought about something too, and I'll be quick, I promise. You can get those grow bags. Plant you a bunch of lettuce. You could probably get 4 lettuces in each one of those grow bags, because if you're just doing clip and cut, you could do that. So I would get like 4 grow bags. You can get like 4, 8, 12, 16 plants in there, put them in a square, get you a little post, and like put like maybe some styrofoam or something on top, get that plastic and just lay it over it.
Yep.
Boom, hoop house in a very small area. I would just put maybe rocks on the bottom of the plastic to keep it down. And there you go.
Bam.
That easy. I was thinking about doing a video, but we have so much stuff going on. It hasn't got there, but we might still do that once it slows up. But I wanted to go ahead and share that because you can do it.
That's right.
All right, y'all. I think that's it.
Yeah, we got a busy day coming.
Busy day.
We hope you have a wonderful morning, though, and well, we hope you had a wonderful morning, and now have a wonderful night. We'll be live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, so we'll talk to you then, and we love y'all.
Until the next one.
Bye.
Bye.